हमारी बेटियां जो हैं वो बड़ा एक्सेल कर रही है कनाडा में आके, पढ़ाई लिखाई में भी और सौंदर्य की दुनिया में भी। आज हमारे शो पे जानकी त्रिवेदी, जानकी नाम सीता माता का भी है, तो जानकी त्रिवेदी आज हमारे साथ हैं और ये डिक्लेयर हो चुकी हैं मिस अल्बर्टा 2018। और हमने सोचा क्यों ना अपने दर्शकों के साथ इनका वार्तालाप कराया जाए। और इतना मान है हमें अपनी बेटियों के ऊपर कि एक प्रदेश में आके अपना नाम बनाना और चैलेंज एक्सेप्ट करनी, उसके लिए हम हमेशा ही आभारी हैं अपने परिवारों के लिए जो हमारी बेटियों को आगे लेके आती है। जानकी, वेलकम टू द शो।
Hi, how are you?
गुड, थैंक यू फॉर आस्किंग। बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है, आज हारमोनी टीवी शो पे हैं आप और मिस अल्बर्टा 2018 डिक्लेयर हो चुकी हैं। क्या कारण था ये सौंदर्य की दुनिया में पेजेंट में आपको क्या चीज लेके आई?
I actually did another pageant before Miss Alberta, and it was Miss Noble Canada, and the experience of it was completely different from what I thought. Pageants, we have this negative image of pageants, but it's very empowering to women, and that's what I personally felt. It was very empowering to me, and it gave me a platform to present a topic that I was very passionate about, a stage I could speak on, and that is why I actually did Miss Alberta.
तो जानकी, आप मेरे साथ सहमत होंगी, ये जो पेजेंट हैं क्या ये लाइवलीहुड बन सकते हैं किसी के लिए कि पढ़ाई लिखाई के साथ ही आदमी अपना या बच्चा अपना करियर बना सकता है?
No, I think studies are very important, and pageants encourage that because you have to be smart, well put together, in order to present yourself to the public, and so studies are very much important. I think you can make pageants a big thing, but as a hobby, personally, I think.
तो हम सब वेस्टर्न सोसाइटी में हैं कनाडा में, और वेस्टर्न सोसाइटी में क्या ये जो पेजेंट में पार्टिसिपेट करना और एक्सेल करना, आर यू बेनिफिटेड देयर एज वेल?
Yeah, of course. I personally got a chance to stand up on stage and speak my mind, and especially coming from a completely different community, I don't think that there was I was looked at differently. I thought I was given the same chance and opportunity as everybody else.
बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करके। और सुंदरता के साथ साथ जो क्या आप सोचती हैं कि इंटेलिजेंट भी होना चाहिए और पढ़ाई में भी एक्सेल करना चाहिए?
100%, 100%. I think beauty fades eventually, but if you're smart and you're intelligent, I think that stays with you forever, and that's what will get you through life. That's what I personally believe, at least. And even pageants, they talk about beauty, but beauty on the inside. So beauty is subjective, but I think you do need intelligence and you need to be smart. I think beauty with brains is better than just beauty.
तो आप क्या बनना चाहेंगी अपनी जिंदगी में?
Well, I want to make a difference in somebody's life is my main goal. I have multiple options as to what I can do. I am currently pursuing psychology, and I believe that mental health is very important in our community and in every other community. So I think that is my main focus, is I want to help people live healthy lives, physically but also mentally. I think we ignore the mental part.
और काफ़ी वाइटल रोल है यूथ में यहाँ, क्लब कल्चर है, ड्रग एंड अल्कोहल अब्यूज़ है, अभी तो मैरिजुआना लीगल भी हो गया, और इसके साथ डेटिंग, ये 2-3 चीज़ें जो है, क्या आप सोचती हैं कि इसका अच्छा असर पड़ रहा है बच्चों पे या क्या होने वाला है आने समय में?
Personally, I think if you have grown up in an environment where you're properly taught that you have to be careful in the environments. I mean, it's very easy. People will persuade you. You will, face so many situations where it's presented to you right there and then. And it's easy to go into that lifestyle. But if you have good support from your family and you're taught that it's not okay to do that, you will follow it. And if you're mentally strong and you know what's right and wrong, you should be okay.
तो जो आपके क्लास फेलोज है या कॉलेज में या यूनिवर्सिटी में, क्या आप वहाँ एक्सपीरियंस करती हैं कि लोग जो है ड्रग एंड अल्कोहल की तरफ अट्रैक्टेड है?
100%, of course. It's a very prominent thing in youth nowadays, and more than university kids, I think there's kids even younger, so teens, more than kids my age. I mean, there's kids in high school and junior high that face these issues a lot more, and that's because they're not very educated on the topic, whereas university kids know a little bit better. But yeah, it's a issue.
So do you feel कि जो ये governments हैं, provincial या city या, are they taking right actions to combat this menace?
In a way. However, I think that we could use a little bit more emphasis on education of the topic. I mean, they can't go house by house and tell everybody not to do it, but they can always educate the society as a whole, and also teach parents on how to combat those issues at home, because they're not only people that get into these lifestyles generally tend to have less support through family. So I personally believe that education would benefit these people and families in general. So educating the society rather than a specific group of people.
आप किस एज में कनाडा एंटर करी आपने?
I was 9 or 10 years old.
Oh, okay. So what I feel, what I understand, being father of 2 daughters as well, if there is no dating, kids, our daughters, they face great problems by getting married. आप क्या समझती हैं इसके बारे में?
If there's no dating?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a controversial topic. I don't know. I'm personally in my family very open to the topic. We talk about everything. I tell my mom, she's like my best friend. I tell her everything, or the people that I'm seeing, if I'm seeing anyone or anything like that. And I don't think you would struggle to get married if you didn't date anyone, but if you meet the right one, then you meet the right one.
और आप मेरे से सहमत होंगी, it is a multicultural society. Interracial, interreligion marriages are taking place. और अगर if you are not tuned to that, people feel you are a racist. So what is your reaction? Is it okay to have interracial or interreligion marriages?
Yes, personally I'm very open-minded, so I don't, and I've been brought up in this diverse culture, so I don't mind that. However, what I see it like, I have parents, and not everybody is open to the idea. If you can explain to them, I get their point as well. I think people think that it's not easy for you to communicate if you're from 2 different cultures, your roots are different, your experiences might be different, which is why when you come together there might be a clash, and that's what they're scared of, is experiencing the other culture. I don't think it's wrong, and I'm not against it, but I see where issues can come from, but they can be combated, I think. I mean, if you see, look around, we're diverse, we can make each other work around society. I think you make 2 people work.
We understand that Gujarati community is very conservative. और मेरे काफी friends ने बताया कोई जमाना था कि you can only have marriages in certain villages. और वैसे भी आप vegetarian हैं, और there are so many, you see bottlenecks while being in Canada where things are altogether different. तो वो जो गुजराती conservatism है, उसको देखते हुए, how do you feel, how you should act differently in Canadian system?
You're right. We do have a lot of families that are conservative. Mine isn't. I'm lucky. I'm very lucky on that matter. My parents have both been out of specifically a Gujarati community. They've lived in Kenya before. So mine isn't very conservative. So I haven't faced those issues personally, because I've never shied away from telling them anything, or the issues with interracial marriages. We talk about these topics openly. We have a discussion at night when my dad comes around. So we all talk, 4 of us sit down, communicate about issues like this. And so I've never faced the problem, but I know people that are conservative, and I personally believe that if you are living outside in a country like this, or anywhere in today's date, I mean, it's 2018 now, being conservative about little things, I don't personally think is right. You should change as the world is changing. It's better to adapt. rather than, stay stern on what your values are or what your personal opinions are.
And modern society, our society, it believes in, giving back to society or volunteerism. आप कुछ ऐसे initiatives ले रही हैं?
Yes. I personally, like I said, I want to do things to help people, and my platform for my pageant was mental health, and specifically mental health in our community. Just like many other issues that we don't talk about, mental health is something we don't talk about. So you look at a person that's suffering from the illness, you might not even see it, but if you see it, they push the person away, which is not the right thing to do. They need care, or at least just simply somebody to have a conversation with. So what I personally want to do and have begun doing is create peer support groups in temples. And because it's a religious place, there's a lot of us attend temples, so I want to give a little time where people can come, sit down, just talk. And that makes a lot of difference, because we're so stressed in our everyday lives. If you get just half an hour to talk about it, you can let it out of your system. And those peer support groups, I hope to make bigger as it progresses. And I'm welcoming anybody that wants to join me throughout the journey. Come help me out.
And you know what? Our seniors are very much depressed because it's different environment.
Yeah.
और very recently हमारे एक माता जी थी, उन्होंने सुसाइड भी किया सर्वबेरी एरिया में. तो आपके peers जो हैं, जो youth है, वो seniors को कैसे मदद करेगा?
Well, I personally volunteer at an old age home myself. And I have for the past, I don't even remember, so many years. And what I've seen helps is, like you said, it's very different here. You don't get to go out, or you might not get to interact as much. But if we can find places to bring seniors together, like I said, a temple. And the Sai Baba temple has room in their basement where they let you conduct classes like that. If we can gather seniors there for a small amount of time and just play games with them. There's seniors bingos, there's nail painting, you can give them makeovers, whatever little thing you can do to interact with them, or exercises. There's occupational and physical exercises you can do with them. And if there's little things that you could do, I think youth can help the seniors in that way. It's just by interacting with them a little bit. Just, I know you can sometimes not see eye to eye because of the big age difference, but that doesn't have to mean that you stop trying at all, right? Just a little bit of an interaction, that's all.
बच्चे आपकी एज के जो है वो बड़ा जंक फूड खाते हैं, बर्गर, पिज़्ज़ा एंड ऑल. How you maintain yourself?
And I know that I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I'm not a big junk food person. I love fruits. I know I'm gonna get so much hate for this, but I love fruits, and I don't like cake, or I don't like ice cream. I know, weird. And I don't like pizza either, unless my mom makes it. So I guess that's my benefit, is not eating
Do you like dokla?
Yes, I love dokla. It's in my Gujarati blood to love dokla.
So it is so interesting, talking to our girls, talking to our daughters like you, who are excelling. And आज आपको पूरा जो कनाडा वॉच कर रहा है हारमोनी टीवी पे, तो हमारा जो यूथ है, हमारी जो बेटी है, उनके लिए आपका क्या मैसेज है?
My message to all the girls watching today is dream big and stay in school. I think school is very, very important, because having beauty and brains, it's gonna take you far ways, and you can always do what you put your mind to, and I'm a great example of that. Don't stop believing in yourself, no matter what anyone else says. I think that's my biggest message to you.
Thank you so much, Janki.
Thank you so much for having me on here.
Thank you.